Okay, I'm back. So hopefully by now you've gotten all your pieces cut out. And once you have everything cut out, the instructions say to build a DNA molecule. So in order to do that, I'm just picking any piece. So I've chosen my A first because it's the one I wrote on to give you information. And I need to pair it with something. So A always pairs with T. You're going to notice something that my T needs to be flipped around in order to fit into A. That's because DNA has a direction. It actually has a way that we read it so that it makes sense. And then you're really just picking up pieces and you're attaching them. So it would go sugar, phosphate, sugar, phosphate, sugar, phosphate down one side. If I pop my G into place, I'm going to pair it up with a C because guanine pairs with cytosine. And I will continue this process, and it can go in any order. So what we would like you to do is once you have finished your sequence, take a picture of it for us so that you have your whole DNA molecule. So I'm going to stop there, and you're going to continue on and use all of your pieces. So they can go in any order that you want. Take a picture of it. And then mix all the pieces up and ask someone in your house, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, brother, sister, whoever is home, to try to do it themselves. And just give them the basic instructions. A pairs with T, C pairs with G, you're making a ladder. Once they've done it, compare their version to your version and see if it is exactly the same or not. Then that will allow you to complete the questions of the lab. So the first one asks you, what part or letter does T fit? So T, you can just say pairs with, you can write it or just an equal sign, what letter? And then G pairs with what? And A pairs with what? And C pairs with what? So you'll be filling in letters here as to how they paired up. Flip it to the back side then. A few more questions. Instead of your classmates here, it's going to be people in your house. Does everyone make the same DNA? And then that kind of leads you to more questioning. So where would we find it in a real cell? What are the chemicals that form the outer part? So this would be the two ladder sides of the molecule, what makes them up. You can go back to your notes or just what we labeled. The chemical name that describes the rungs. So we've also labeled this part. And then why do we use models? What is the advantage or purpose of using it? So I think when you look at this of, did anyone in your house make the exact same structure as you did? It kind of makes sense to you. Do you have identical DNA to any other person, basically in the whole wide world? Even if you are an identical twin, you have a little bit of difference. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that as we go along here, but this will be what you want to finish today. And then you can go back into your green folder, and there is a handout that looks like this. On this handout, it is starting with the DNA that we need to copy. One DNA molecule is going to split in half, and it needs to make two DNA molecules. So it is asking you, if you copy this DNA molecule, is it going to be the same as number 1, which are these two molecules, or number 2, which are these two molecules, or number 3? So you're looking for what's identical, and then you'll be able to answer the questions. At the bottom, you're actually going to make new DNA. So if this is your original strand, A pairs with T. Your copied strand, A would pair with T. And you need to make a second strand, A would pair with T. So you're going to fill this in, and then you're going to find here how and where is it incorrectly copied. And then the bottom part, we haven't really gotten to mutations yet, although we've mentioned that they are mistakes that are made. So a mutation is a mistake. And how do we get them? It could be a mistake in parent DNA, that your parent passed on to you some mistake that was in their DNA that they got from their parents. It could be a result of UV radiation. This could be radiation from things like the sun, or from X-ray radiation, or from nuclear radiation. And it could also be a result of chemicals, drugs, or some disease. So once you get this handout finished, you're also going to want to upload or take a picture of and send it to us so that we know you are caught up with your DNA work. Talk to you soon. Have a good day. Bye.